CJ over at Shit Happens, he don't catch anything, and when he does, he doesn't do a catch and cook. And even though Randy will catch a mess of fish, well, actually his kids will, and he'll horn in on them. But the fish that he keeps and does his catch and cooks with aren't much longer than 2 inches. Hello everyone, Don here. I'm at a secluded location right now. I was told in this private lake it's chock full of crappie and perch. They said there's no pickerel in here at all, so that's a good thing. For some reason, some of my buddies here on YouTube gave me the nickname Pickerel King, and I don't know why. I mean, occasionally I catch a pickerel, but Pickerel King? Come on. So the rod and reel I'm going to use, I went ahead and re-threaded this up with 75-pound braided cable. Just in case I catch a dogfish, I don't want this line to snap. Yeah, dogfish. You think I was talking about a dog? I mean, who goes fishing and catches a dog? Man, I really do need to get some more exercise. It couldn't have been more than 50 yards or so back here. I'm completely and utterly pooped. So I'm back here at this lake, and I'll tell you, that was a long 50-yard walk. But I'm not real confident on this ice. It appears to me that it's just not thick enough for me to feel comfortable going out here and trying to whack a mess of fish. Even though I just needed one, because I know I can do a catch and cook with one fish. I'm not going to talk about other channels like Shit Happens and Father and Sons Fishing. I mean, CJ over at Shit Happens, he don't catch anything, and when he does, he doesn't do a catch and cook. And even though Randy will catch a mess of fish, well, actually his kids will, and he'll horn in on them. But the fish that he keeps and does his catch and cooks with aren't much longer than 2 inches. So anyway, instead of doing a catch and cook today, because I'm not going to go out on this ice, I thought we'd go back to the bushcraft shelter that I made and see how it's held up in the weather we've had recently. Somewhere around here in this woods, I put a trail camera up, and it's kind of funny because my buddy Dave over at HuntingFarmer just recently posted a video about him finding his trail camera after 10 months. He puts a YouTube video up and it gets like 20,000 views. This camera I put out 10.5 years ago. Can you imagine the views I'd get if I'd find that and make a video on it? That'll probably be one of my spring projects, is to continue looking for that trail camera. As you can see behind me, we got dumped with a lot of snow the other day. I'm really hoping that the bushcraft shelter that I made stood up to this heavy snow. I mean, I built it, and designed it, and put it all together. So it should be pretty good. Let's continue on. Well, right here is where I had my bushcraft shelter. There ain't anything left of it. I really thought the way I designed this would take a beating from Mother Nature. I'm just gonna have to start over and rebuild it. Well, I tried cutting down a few green saplings, but they were just too tough to cut. I don't know, must just be the trees in New Hampshire. But I'm not giving up. I think I'm gonna scour the area looking for dead trees and get going on this bushcraft survivor shelter. Did I just say survivor? Well, if I did, I'll edit that out. Well, I was gonna do some campfire cooking, but I didn't bring anything with me to cook. But I'll tell you what, just carrying those few logs over's got me pooped. So I packed a Slim Jim. Now I know that these probably have, well, let's see here. Yeah, like 9,000 milligrams of sodium. But I took my heart medication this morning. That'll cancel it out, right? You know, I don't know if you could hear that shooting in the distance. And I'm just for the Second Amendment, just like everybody else. But boy, when you're out in nature trying to enjoy the peace and quiet, and you hear that, I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old, but it gets under my skin sometimes. You know, if I still had my drone, this would be a really nice place to get some footage. There's a few guys on YouTube that think I had a mishap in my kayak and I let the drone go into the water like within inches of my hand. And that's simply not what happened. The honest truth, I was bass fishing in a tournament, right? And I was flying the drone close to the water's edge to get pictures and footage of me catching a real nice 9-pound largemouth. When all of a sudden one of those 9-pound largemouth come out of the water and literally ate the drone. There's no sense in trying to convince anybody that's what happened, because they're not going to believe me. So my wife, Karen, God bless her, she packed me some hot cocoa, but I forgot the marshmallows. I like hot cocoa, but without amping it up a little bit with marshmallows, it's just not as good, right? Well, I think this is probably all I'm going to get to today. It's going to be getting dark soon. I want to get out of here. I don't want to get turned around. But on our next journey out to the woods here, we'll see if I can't get another, I don't know, 1 or 2 logs on this and get this thing whipped back into shape. You know, I really would enjoy these adventures in the great outdoors if I wouldn't get so many texts. I mean, occasionally, I don't know, maybe once a month, twice a month, I'll get a text from CJ over at Shit Happens. But Randy, oh, the doc, it's like every 15 minutes I'm getting a text from him. It's like, what kind of practice are you in that you can send that many texts a day, right? Well, this is probably the first outro I've done. Oh my, in probably 5 years before it got dark. But I do thank you for coming along on today's journey. We didn't get much fishing in, and my shelter was a failure, but it's going to get rebuilt. So I appreciate you hanging out, and until next time, peace.